Hello, friends. I know it's been a minute since I've hopped on here, but I have a lot to talk about today. So the past, I would say probably about 2 weeks has been super hard for me. I was able to start Mushy Foods a week ago from yesterday, and I thought I was going to be great and everything was going to be awesome, and I was no longer going to have to do just liquids. I was really excited. Turns out almost everything I can have is killing my stomach. And that can be just a sign that it's not quite healed enough yet to take on those foods, or it can also be a sign that I am now allergic to those foods. My biggest problem is dairy right now, which makes sense. Some people can't do dairy right off the bat, but some people can. So I'm hoping that as time goes on, I'm able to stomach that more because like many of you, I love cheese, so that's just been really hard. I also have found out that there are times where I'm not physically hungry, but I'm mentally hungry. It's caused a lot of sorrow and sadness, and they did warn me that this could happen. That's why they had me get set up with a therapist before I went for surgery. When they were warning me about the depression and stuff that kind of sets in, it's almost like postpartum. I'm told. I've never had postpartum because I've never had a child, so I don't know. But I'm told it's kind of like that. I'm missing part of my stomach, obviously, in a weird way, though. I'm missing it in a way that I almost fantasize about food right now. It's me getting over an addiction, or working through an addiction. I guess you never really get over it. It's an addiction. You learn how to live a different way. It's been hard. I'm fearful because of how often I've been thinking about food that I can no longer have. Not in the sense that I'll never be able to have it again, but in the sense that food was a comfort thing for me. And with Corona and everything going on, I took the one thing away that was normal in my life for the better. Granted, I'm not saying I regret having the surgery at all. I don't. I'm so excited. Excuse me. I saw 350 on the scale this morning, and I haven't seen that number in I don't know how long. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen that number, because when I got up into weight, last year in March, so March of 2019, I went to the doctor's office and I was already at 366. I got down to 358 dieting, and that was the last time I stepped on the scale before really starting this whole VSG journey. So I'm not regretting having the surgery at all. I'm the healthiest I've been in at least 2 years. But it is hard. It's mentally hard right now. Not just because I can't have food, but because I am working through a lot of things emotionally that, to be honest, I knew I would have to work through them, but I thought I was going to have to work through them later. After I was kind of healed, and then they would come up. But that is not the case. I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but that's not my case right now. I get a little bit nervous on here, so if you ever hear that I say a lot, it's my filler word because I get nervous. But I want to be as open and honest with you guys during this process as I can. I had oatmeal this morning and that did not hurt, so that was exciting. I still do a lot of Crystal Light. This is Powerade, but I put Crystal Light in here. I said it again. I am excited because obviously the scale says is smaller, but I have waist beads, and I don't know if you all know what those are, so let me go grab them real quick. But I had these measured for when I was at my heaviest. So here are my waist beads. Let's see if I can kind of... They're hanging there. You can see them. I had these measured when I weighed 388. See, I even had the person put it on there for me. 388. And last week I hit a stall, partially because you always hit a stall, and partially because I wasn't necessarily getting enough protein. Therefore, my body was holding on to everything it could. And I noticed that when I was finally able to keep stuff down and stuff, then the scale started moving again. But on the days that I was stalling out, I wasn't necessarily completely stalling out. I just wasn't losing pounds. But I put my waist beads on that I just showed you on Friday, when it was my third or fourth day of not seeing any change on the scale, and they fell off. So these beads, when I bought them, sat right above my belly button, and now I have to order a new set of waist beads, which is exciting because that means I've lost inches. So when I started this journey, I was at 61 inches around, right on my belly button line, and now I'm down to 56 inches. So that's exciting. I'm still a little too nervous to try on jeans, but my leggings are all very big on me now. So I have to make a choice if I'm going to go buy a bunch of leggings or try, while I'm buying leggings, to go get some jeans. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't noticed hair loss yet, which is a fantastic thing because I'm so nervous about that because I don't want to lose my hair. And that's a thing that a lot of VSG patients and bypass patients have to deal with. What else do I want to tell you guys today? I made some chicken salad, and I made it the healthy way, the bariatric way. It doesn't taste very good. I don't like it. And I made so much of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm just going to toss it or if I'm going to try to eat it. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess I'll give you a few more stats. I started my journey out at 397, and this morning when I got on the scale, it said 350. So that's exciting. I stalled out at 352.6, and I was there for a total of 4 days. Didn't budge, which is good. It didn't go up, so that's a positive. That was a big fear when I'd start mushy foods, that my weight would go up because I wouldn't know when to stop eating. But my body does tell me when to stop eating. And I experienced dumping syndrome for the first time this week. Unfortunately, watermelon is what gave it to me, but I ate too much of it. So there was too much sugar, even though it was natural sugar. My body still doesn't necessarily know what to do with it. So I ended up getting really nauseated and then puking and having everything come out both ends. So, and then I was exhausted, and that's how dumping syndrome acts. And the nauseated feeling is so intense. I hope I learned my lesson. I hope I don't experience that again. But we'll see. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick update. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Reach out to me. I'm not scary. I just wanted to make sure that y'all knew that I was still alive and that I am experiencing a little bit of turbulence right now, but it's nothing that is going to stop me in this process, and it's nothing that I'm not going to be able to overcome. As many of my close family members say, this too shall pass, and it will. I think of this part of my journey as like when it snows outside and you leave something in the snow and more snow piles on top of it, that item is still in the snow. So come spring, when the snow melts away, that item is still there. So a lot of my emotional problems I did cope with eating. And so as I continued to eat, the problem didn't go away. It just got buried by weight, kind of. And so now that the weight is melting away, these problems are still there that I'm now having to deal with. If that makes sense, that's the best way for me to describe kind of what I'm going through right now. And again, it's not a forever thing. And it's something I'm learning to get through. So I'm still happy old me, just figuring out life right now as an adult. So say prayers for me, give me well wishes, and I'll be praying for all of you as well. I love you all. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Mwah. Bye.